Hello everyone, welcome back to Quest for Glory 4, where we have a lot to do with these gypsies, and I mean a lot. There's a lot that goes on with these gypsies. Like, the gypsies are your main source of information, to be honest.
You may call me Magda. That is the name I go by with you gorgios.
Gorgio is the word we call anyone who is not a gypsy.
I wonder... that is the only line that has that voice. I wonder if maybe... Graceful cat. I wonder if maybe something happened and they had to get a different voice actress for that line, like the original actress that did all these other lines wasn't available and they need to re-record that line or something.
There are many legends about that ogress.
It's a completely different voice actress.
Avoid her when we can. She is dangerous to enemies, and she takes offense easily. She has her hut to the south. There is some sort of magic hiding the pathway there. Her only weakness is her love of food. Be careful if you need to approach her.
What about the Rusalka?
The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead for many, many years. You cannot bring her back to life, but you can free her spirit.
Oh, nice.
Our legends tell of the way to free the spirit of one who was murdered. First, she must know who she was and remember how she died. Then you must take the hair of the dead woman and weave it into a broom. You beat the broom 3 times upon the murderer's grave, and he will come forth. This act can be very dangerous. Now, if the ghost of the murderer rises, it will attack you. So you must be ready to destroy it. The last thing you must do is to give the spirit that which she truly desires. Then, at last, her spirit will be freed, and she will rest.
Aww.
I have been gifted by true sight and foreknowledge. These are gifts with knife edges. Oh, I have seen my own death, and knew my true love's death the day I met him. Still, it is most useful. I will read your fortune in the cards, if you wish. You have only to cross my palm with silver. So much for the legends about werewolves, huh? Or a coin of value. But I warn you, no future is fixed. What the cards show of the future can happen, but only if you take the actions to create this future. And it is not easy to determine what those actions are, dear. Such is life.
But the valley
has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to the mystical way. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well. Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted, and there are many dangers around you. Oh.
magic?
There are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across them in your travels.
Irana.
Irana was a powerful magician who came from this area. There is a garden in the forest which she created. Oh, it is such a place of safety for all who visit there.
Ooh.
It is said that her final resting place is near here as well. Her staff stands in the town and protects those within the walls from outside harm.
Interesting. So, I mean, we saw Irana and Irana's
There
piece
are
in the
some
first
things
one.
about
Whoops.
which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters.
I mean, there was Irana's piece in the first one, as well as the peace spell that was cast over Spielberg. There was the Pool of Peace in the third one, and now there's Irana herself and another garden in this one. Can't think of any Irana stuff in number 2 though, honestly. So there's that.
Creatures of the night, shapeshifters, skin changers. We are man or beast by our own will. To run on 4 legs, to howl at the moon, to chase the terrified prey through the hills. This is what it is to be truly alive. Oh, the legend of the werewolf is but a folk tale. We change our shape when we choose, not because the moon is in some silly phase. We are the beast with the mind of a man, and a man with the mind of a beast. It is not normally our way to speak so freely to outsiders. So why do I say so much to you? Because you need to know we are not your enemies. You have too many questions that cannot be answered, and your ignorance may be your doom. There is much to you. Your actions to come will affect us all. Do not doubt it. Therefore, I will speak honestly and openly on what I can. Now, I can see by your eyes that our future is linked to you, for weal or woe.
Gypsies.
We are the roving people, the tinkers and traders and tellers of fortunes. We are the dancers in the night and the music in the wilderness. We are the untamed ones who live only by our own rules. We own no land, and no land owns us. The world is ours for the travel.
Nice, nice. Woman in the lake.
To release the spirit of a Rusalka, you must first know her true name, and that of the person who killed her. Then you must take a broom tied with the hair of the dead woman, and beat the grave of her untrue lover 3 times. Then his ghost shall rise, and you must defeat him. And finally, dear, you must give the Rusalka a token of the love which was denied her. Then only can her spirit rest.
Well, I think I know her name, because... So the Rusalka died, and didn't we see a gravestone about somebody who had a watery grave?
You can call me Davy. Names are very important. Davy is my name to outsiders. I also have a gypsy name and a true name. True names are not given lightly. Gypsies never ask others for their names. Never say your true name. Never speak the true name of another. To say another's true name aloud gives you power over him, if you are indeed more powerful. Otherwise, it gives him power over you. You can call names. We gypsies are not werewolves. We are shape-shifters. We take on the form of wolves for hunting.
Makes you wonder, though, what is William's true name? Does William even know? And here's another thing. If true names are like a real thing, which I know that there are cultures that believe in them. Like, what is your true name? Don't tell me, obviously, assuming you know. Don't tell me, obviously, because again, saying your true name could give someone power over you.
We are roving traders. Our home is our wagon and campfire. We would have left this valley long ago if the flooding had not washed away the road and filled the mountain pass with swamp.
Pass?
The road from the town used to lead to the pass to the southwest. That was the only way in and out of this valley.
Swamp?
The swamp is an ill place, and we gypsies stay far from it.
Capture.
I was borrowing some corn from the corn stalks outside the town when the burgomeister and some townsmen came from the gate. I moved behind the corn stalks to stay out of their way. They looked to be heading to the graveyard. Then one of them pointed at me and shouted, and suddenly they all grabbed me. I had no chance to run. I had no idea what was going on. I know gypsies were disliked in the village, but I did not know we were so feared.
It does seem to me, Davy, that they are quite afraid of you, unfortunately. Alright, well, let's get our fortune told.
You listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune teller. You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card.
Knight of Swords.
The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This is the Knight of Swords. This card represents a person who is courageous and skilled. This is one who holds the ideal of chivalry and goodness. One who is willing to face death gladly, to uphold what he knows is right and true. This card clearly represents you, and therefore this reading is about you. The cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation.
Alright.
This next card represents something from the distant past, which is relevant to the here and now. Turn over this card and reveal the influence of your past.
High Priestess, but upside down.
This card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual.
I don't know what that one is.
The Four of Coins.
Four of Coins.
Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card, something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present.
Alright. King of Coins, inverted.
This is the inverted King of Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next card that we may learn more of this person.
The devil.
The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who will bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence.
Queen of Cups.
Ah, the Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person.
I don't know what that one is. Can only read some of these.
Star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now, this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future.
Queen of Swords.
Ah, the Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet she has suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her.
I just realized I forgot to take some of my medication. My back is actually starting to hurt again.
The Moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim or the villainess. The final card will reveal the influence which will most affect you.
Final card.
The Void. About this card, I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time. Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
Alright. Well, that seems to be everything. So, let's, did we tell about ourselves? I think I did.
Tell about how you got here.
Yeah.
The dark...
Alright.
You say goodbye.
Ah, you weary of talk? Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening in the joyful company of the gypsies.
Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot to these gypsies.
To make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Hey, look, no garlic in the food this time.
Come, is she not beautiful? Ah, why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
I love that William just, like, cannot dance in any of the games.
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep.
The next day,
I had a vision of you again last night. I saw you walking by a lake. A woman rose from it and reached for you. I tried to yell to you, "Beware, Rusalka!" but you could not hear. Yet you kneeled beside the lake and spoke and laughed with her. I was amazed, for even the things of the dead can call you friend. I do not know the meaning of this. I only know that I dreamt true. You are a most remarkable man. It is a real pleasure to speak with you again.
how about your past?
You tell about some of your adventures.
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived the most exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave.
I mean, assuming that we can leave at some point. Let's ask about visions.
I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true.
These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists.
Their meanings, too, are very shadowy. If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards. You have only to give me a crown, and I will give you a reading, huh?
Magda.
I am the leader of this pack, and I wish I could lead them from this valley. I have had troubled dreams of late, and the game is getting scarce in this area.
Undead.
Many are the kinds of the dead which do not rest. Some are harmless, some most helpful, but most are extremely dangerous. Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes. Others, like the Wraiths, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires.
I'm sure that there will be no vampires in this game
The
ever.
Rusalki are
Right?
the spirits of drowned maidens. Some are the victims of accidents, and others were the victims of murderers. They retain their physical bodies and try to drown all who approach them. There is said to be a Rusalka in the lake to the east. I have heard tales that a Rusalka may be tamed through kindness, but I have never heard of anyone actually trying such a thing. Oh no.
Taming through kindness.
A wraith is a spirit who cannot rest because of greed.
Once again, the other voice
They
actress.
refuse to leave behind their possessions, and so hunt the sight of those objects.
If you travel by night, you sometimes can see a mound of rocks where no rocks were by daylight. This is the burial mound of a wraith. Avoid it, for the wraith will try to draw their life from you if you get too close.
The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon the blood of living things. If a man is drained unto death by a vampire, he will rise from his grave as a revenant, hungering for the taste of human flesh. If a vampire shares its own blood with its victim, the victim will rise from the grave as a slave of its vampire creator. It too will be a vampire, but it must obey the commands of its master and cannot harm its master directly. Sometimes the sharer of vampire blood is not drained entirely by the master vampire. Thus, he can continue to live until struck down by a natural death. Then he will rise from his grave.
Interesting.
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that the son left the valley in shame and horror. When we heard rumors that Borgov Castle was again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordavia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family was dead. The castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here.
I am well and happy to see you again, my friend.
Forrest?
I have run in this forest for many years, and I know my way around. The forest is a very different place at night. It is a very dangerous place to travel if you are not a wolf.
Dancer.
The one who danced with you upon your last visit? The one who is lovely, lively, and, more than a handful? She is my mate, and we wolves mate for life. Last night we were hunting far to the south. I heard a voice call out a command. Bushes here, disappear! The voice had the fur on the nape of my neck up on end, so I did not investigate further. Hunting in Mordavia is always an interesting experience.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. 'Cause I think we can get another reading, but those always take a bit. So I don't want to do that in this episode. So we're already half an hour in. I told you. That was the reason I ended that last episode where I did. Because the Gypsies, there is so much to the Gypsies. They are like the main central, people of this game. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist so you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later.